we have to consider a curve y is equal to x squared and bracket h minus x power of 1 over 2. And then they give us that dy dx is equal to 30 when x is equal to 4. In order to use this information, we have to differentiate once. And then there are two parts, so we have to use the product rule. My personal habit, we differentiate the first factor and then we keep the second factor. And then the next term, I keep the first factor and then I differentiate the second factor. That's how I perform product rule. So 2x, h minus x power 1 over 2. And then we have x squared, 1 over 2, h minus x power of negative 1 over 2. And don't forget that the bracket is not exactly the same as x here. So we still need to differentiate this with respect to x. Therefore, we have negative 1 at the back. So tidy up first before you take out common factor. In the same order, constant x and also this bracket, constant x and also this bracket. Now we can extract the common factor. I extract 1 over 2 and also x and also h minus x power of the lower index, negative 1 over 2, and see what is left. 2 divided by 1 over 2 is give us 4. X taken out, and take out power of negative 1 over 2, make it become power of 1. The next term, 1 over 2 is taken out, so negative. X is left, and also the bracket is taken out, so only x here. You may choose to separate x and then separate the fraction in another step as you like, just simply don't make any mistake. After we differentiate, then we can use the information. When x is equal to 4, dy dx is equal to 30. So just put it inside. 30 is equal to 4 times 4h minus 5 times 4 divided by 2 times of h minus 4 square root. Simplify, we get 2 times, so 30 times square root h minus 4 is equal to 8h minus 40. Both sides divided by 2, make the number smaller, and then both sides take square. Again, when you take square, beware that you may create one fake answer with the same magnitude but not the same side. So later on, you must verify your answer one by one. And then 225 times h minus 4 is equal to 16h squared minus 160h plus 400. So h is equal to 20, or h is equal to 4.0625. If you just look at the question given condition, 20 and 4.0625 are both positive. It seems like we don't need to reject any one of them. But don't forget, just now we take square on both sides, which may create a wrong answer. So we have substitute both of them to check is that consistent with this calculation. We substitute in a draft and then we get 30, which is consistent. And then another situation, we get negative 30, so this is rejected. Therefore, h is equal to 20 only. In part B, we have to find the maximum point. So for the turning point when dy dx equal to 0. So update the information first. Dy dx is equal to x times 4 times 20, that means 80, minus 5x. At turning point, dy dx equal to 0. That means x equal to 0, or 80 minus 5x equal to 0. So x is equal to 16. This is rejected is because x do not include 0. So we reject this part. There is only one turning point, but it's not enough to prove that it's maximum. That's why we need the table. X separated by a point 16. Left hand side we have between 0 and 16. Right hand side we have x larger than 16. dy dx representing the slope. When x is small, this factor will be positive because you didn't minus a very large number. And what below square root imply that this must be a positive value, and x is positive also, so the whole thing is positive. Similar reason, when x is large, we large minus a large number, so this gives you negative factor and the whole thing become negative. So this is going up, stop, and then going down. That's why we prove that it's reached maximum when x is equal to 16. Y attain is maximum when x is equal to 16. So maximum value y is equal to x squared square root h is 20 minus x, and that x is 16. So 512. Beware that they are not asking for maximum value of y, they are asking for maximum point. So they require a coordinate. Only one maximum point of C. It is when x is 16, then the y is 512. The last part is totally rubbish. If you know that the graph is like this, then this is our maximum point 16, 512. Horizontal tangent, that means the slope is equal to 0. Of course, they are talking about this point. That's why you just need to write it down. You don't need to give any explanation. The answer is y equal to 512. That means this horizontal line.